What's up, you guys? Good morning. Dragging a little bit. Haven't had my coffee today, but I'm heading to my office, and I thought I would tell you guys how I got into graphic design. Well, I've always loved drawing since I was little. I mean, 3, 4, 5 years old. I was going to the bathroom and telling my mom that I had to use it, and going in there with a handful of crayons, and while I was sitting on the toilet coloring on her wall. I always knew I wanted to be an artist. I just didn't know what kind. Fast forward to, I think, high school. It was like a career day, and there was something in there about like computer science and graphic design, and I thought it was really cool that I could put in a physical drawing and turn that into a t-shirt. So that was the kind of drive at that point to get into graphic design. So I registered for college, and I ended up only being there for like 2 or 3 semesters and dropping out. I took a basics, like the introduction to graphic design, learning the program and stuff like that, because I didn't know anything. And so I learned it, and then as soon as class was over, I would meet up at a friend's house, and we would draw and work in Illustrator all day long. So I had tons of practice outside of school. And then the class started shifting more to how to lay out calendars and newspapers and stuff like that. And I wasn't really into that, you know. I wanted stuff with color and shape, and I wanted my drawings. I didn't want to know how to build a newspaper. So eventually I just stopped going, and I just started really hammering down on practicing from home. I was on it all day long. I'm sorry, before I dropped out, there was a like t-shirt design contest in class, and the top 3 winners that were selected their designs would be printed on t-shirts. It was for like a sheriff run to Las Vegas or something like that. Well, anyways, I ended up coming in second, I think. And so my design was then taken to a local print company, and that local print company, I guess, was impressed with my work and wanted to set up an interview. So the teacher passed that on to me. I showed up for the interview, and then that's when I dropped out of class, because I was like, well, I have a job in the field that I wanted to be in, so why not, right? So fast forward about, I guess 10 years I was with that company, and I learned a lot. I learned how to design better, how to set up artwork for films, for screen printing. I was close friends with the printers and and on my downtime, I would go back there and watch them and ask questions and how can I design better for you guys and how can I set stuff up better, and I learned how to run maintenance on the Epson machine that was printing our films. I learned a little bit of everything. So I was there for about 9 or 10 years, I think, and I learned as much as I could about the industry, about design, about print. Yeah, I tried to learn as much as I could while I was there. Well, while I was there, probably going into my 8th year. Yeah, my 8th year is when I really started going into my own business. And so at the time I was living at my mom's house. I had just moved back to my mom's house after life threw a couple speed bumps my way. So I moved back to my mom's house. I have a 1-year-old. So my mom, as kind as she was watching my 1-year-old while I went to work. I was doing that it was just like a 9 to 5. And I was coming home. I was hanging out with him. I was playing with him. I was feeding him, bathing him, putting him to bed. And by the time he was out, it was about close to 9, and that's when I got to work on my own stuff. And I did that for about 2 years. I did that. I slept very little for 2 years. Every day from about 9 p.m. to 2 or 3 a.m. is what I did to work on my business, to work on my side hustle until it became my full-time business. Well, I didn't really have a social media base or an Instagram base at that. So what I was doing in the very beginning was I was offering my work for free in exchange for exposure, because nobody knew who I was. Nobody cared about my art or any of that. So I think that was a really great technique at the time, because it got me exactly what I needed. It got me the attention that I needed, and I was going to big car pages with 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers, and I was like, hey, if you're cool with it, I'm happy to draw a car, I'm happy to design a logo in exchange for 5 posts. And I did that maybe half a year to a year, and I blew up in about a year, I think, from having a handful of followers to having I think close to 4,000 or over 4,000. But yeah, eventually I did it for free until I couldn't do it anymore, and it was just overwhelming, the amount of messages I was getting and the amount of commissions I was getting, and yeah, eventually it was the winter time and I was sick. My wife now was sick, and our whole house was sick, and I still had to push through and finish my art. Well, this was the night before that I ended up leaving my job at the print company, because I was just overwhelmed. I was trying to run a full-time business from home, and trying to take care of whatever they needed. So I kind of told them like, hey, it's unfair to you guys at this point, because I'm sick, everyone in the house is sick, I'm trying to run my business, and I can't give you guys the quality time that you need from me. It's not fair. And they were already looking into hiring another designer, but weren't really sure on when to pull the trigger yet. So I told them, I said, you've got to hire this guy, because I don't know how much time I can give you guys anymore. So the next day I walked in, and I guess they had hired the guy that morning before I had showed up. And yeah, I left my job. I left my job on good terms. I let the owner know that if you need anything, I'm still around. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still close friends with the guys there, and yeah, that was kind of a long summary of how I got into design and how I got into running my business full time. I'm gonna try and do more of these videos. This is super weird to me because it's not. I've never been on the camera like this, like I guess the video like this, unless I'm FaceTiming with my wife. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do more of these videos and kind of give you guys an insight onto my business, how I got there, the tips and struggles and stuff like that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm about to pull up to the office and get to work. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.